Are you looking for the essential kitchen tools you need to help cook healthy, nutritious, balanced meals at home? If so, stay tuned. I'm a dietitian and I'm going to share just that with you. I moved into this apartment almost 2 months ago, and this is my first experience cooking for myself in my own kitchen with my own stuff. Because of that, I had almost nothing when I moved in. I had to buy the essentials so that I could cook anything. Now that everything I ordered has come in, I'm excited to share all of these really cool products with you today. Let's start with what's on the counter. All right, we are starting out strong. We've got 2 items here. The first one is this dish soap dispenser. You can see that there's a pump right here going into the soap, and then what happens is there's a panel right here, and you put a sponge, or in my case a scrub brush, onto it, and then you actually push down, and then the soap comes up and a little bit gets on the sponge, and then you can use that to wash your dishes. So it prevents overusing soap. It also just looks really sleek on the counter. The second thing is this scrub brush. I got it from Package Free Shop, one of my favorite shops. It's zero waste, it's really easy to hold on to right here, and it's been working really well for me. The next thing is this drying mat. You can tell that I have been drying things on it because there are certain spots that are wet and certain spots that are dry, but I really love this. It's flat, it can fit a ton of things on it. It's this beautiful beige color, and what's really awesome about it is you can actually put it in the washer, in the dryer, it will clean itself, and then you can put it right back out on the counter. This is probably what I was most excited for out of everything that I ordered. It is this beautiful set of pink kitchen utensils. It actually came with this holder, which has this gorgeous white logo on it. The only 2 things that were not a part of this were these 2 rainbow spatulas. Those 2 things were actually left behind by one of my old college roommates, and they were completely brand new, still had the tags on them, and I thought they looked cute in here. But everything else came with the set. It really has everything you could possibly need. It has spatulas with and without slots. It's got a ladle, what I like to call a pasta spoon, tongs, regular spoons, and it even has a whisk and a basting brush. I love to use these for crescent rolls and brushing butter on them. Ooh, knives. Quick story, I moved across the country and I had to wait for my stuff to arrive from the moving company. One of the things I was most excited for were these knives, because you cannot cook without knives and you cannot cook without good knives. My parents actually had this as a second set, and they barely used it, so they actually gifted it to me. It is this set of stainless steel knives, and you can see it has these nice kitchen scissors, and it has everything from a massive chef's knife to a small knife. And it comes in this really beautiful wooden stand. By the way, quick tip, knife sets generally come with something that looks like this. It's called a honing rod, or you can even just call it a knife sharpener, and a lot of people don't know what these are for, but as I said before, it's a knife sharpener, so it sharpens knives, and I'm going to show you how to do that really quickly. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold your honing rod out in front of you like so, and then you want to move your knife across the honing rod, come at it at an angle, move from left to right, then you're going to turn it over, do it again, and you're going to just keep going until the knife gets sharp, and you may have to actually cut something to be able to tell that. I'm going to get a little close up so you can see exactly what I am doing. Remember, never cut towards yourself. Always cut away. Now you're gonna need a fruit bowl, because a big part of a balanced diet is eating lots of fruits and vegetables. And many fruits and vegetables ripen way better outside of the fridge. Now you can see that my fruit bowl here is kind of more of a deep plate. It's pretty small, but since I'm only buying fruits and vegetables for myself, this works out just fine for me. You might need something bigger, but the point is, get a fruit bowl for your counter. You can see mine is this peachy pink color with these peaches painted on it. I just finished everything on the counter, so now we're gonna move into the cabinets. The first thing is this white stoneware dinner set from Target. It's super affordable. It's $25 for 4 big plates, 4 smaller plates, and 4 bowls. And I believe you can buy each of these separately. I know you can with the bowls, but I'm not 100% sure with the plates. You probably can though. These are microwave and dishwasher safe. Always something really great to look for because then it's really no hassle. And I know that they are going to last a long time. But how can you eat without silverware? I got this flatware set from Target as well. It came with 4 big spoons, 4 little spoons, 4 big forks, 4 small forks, and 4 knives. And you can see that it has this really cool texture on the part where you put your hand on the handle. To go along with that, I got this bamboo drawer organizer. It's a really great length for my drawer. I actually can fit a box of plastic utensils, you know, just in case behind it. And it has a place for each different type of silverware. I felt like this was an essential because I tried not having this, and every time I opened and closed the drawer, the silverware would just go everywhere. So I find this organizer to be super helpful. I've had these cups for a while now, but I felt like I couldn't show plates and bowls and silverware without also showing cups. I've got this set of 4, all different colors, and I believe they're about 16 ounces, so 2 cups worth. I also have a smaller one. It's probably 1 to 1.5 cups that it can hold. Now, I'm really about being environmentally friendly and sustainable, but when it comes to glass, I have a negative history. A history that has led me to the emergency room and cost me thousands of dollars. So I try to stay away from glass whenever possible, which is why I really like plastic cups, but I do try to get the ones that are like better for the environment, which my understanding is that if it has a 5 in the middle of the recycle symbol on the bottom, which these do right here, then it is better for the environment. But I will put some text on the screen. I'm gonna look that up and verify if that's actually correct, but that's just my understanding at the time of filming this. To finish up what I use when I eat, I got some washcloths that I like to use as reusable, washable napkins and placemats. These actually were on clearance in the holiday section, you know, after the holidays. I think they were like $2 literally for both of these. So if you need an affordable option for a placemat, for a napkin, for both, then washcloths are a really great one for you. And then I figured I'd just throw in some paper towels. That is just always something great to keep around the kitchen. Now let's get into some kitchen gadgets. I am so excited for this. I took my time when it came to looking for the right cooking set for me. There are a lot of really great materials out there, but then there are also things that I wanted to avoid. So in the end, I did end up settling on this cooking set from My Karoti. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I will put the spelling right here. And I got a 12-piece set. It's a variety of pots and pans that also come with lids. I got it in this beautiful speckled brown color. They also offer them in white and black. I was interested in the white, but I was worried about it staining, so I went with the brown. They're all non-stick, and so far that has proven to be true. However, the real test will be scrambled eggs, because for some reason, those are always the stinker. So I will have to let you know if the non-stick holds up with scrambled eggs. To steam veggies, I got this veggie basket. It is collapsible. As you can see, it is in collapsed form. Let me actually open it so you can see what it looks like when you're actually going to be using it. Here we go. This is what it looks like. This hole right here is also really great because when it is in a pot, you do not have to stick your hand all the way in there to try to get this out. You can actually just easily stick a fork or something in there and pull it out from that hole and not burn yourself. This next item is game-changing, life-changing. My mom swears by this, and it is a chop wizard. What this does is it cuts up vegetables super quickly, super easily, and super safely. It comes with 2 different inserts. One is for a diced size and one is for more of a chopped size. It comes with this little brush to help clean this out, and also the lid, which I'll show you in just a second. And this is the holder. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna open this. You're going to put your desired insert in. So let's say I wanna chop some vegetables. It's gonna look like this. And then you're going to say cut a tomato in half, put it there, and then you just, woo! And then the tomato will fall through these blades and go into this right here. And when you're done, you can remove all of this, clean it out. You can clean this part of the lid with this brush, and then you can actually store the brush right in there. Highly, highly recommend. I have used this before. I haven't used this one, but I've used my mom's, which is literally identical, and it saves you so much time. This item is an absolute essential for me. I use it almost every single day because I love toast and sandwiches. And it's a toaster. My grandparents actually have this exact same toaster, which is how I found out about it, and I really loved it, so I got it for myself. I love how sleek and white it looks, and it's very simple. I don't need anything crazy. So it has these 4 settings, and then all of these different heat settings. It has 2 openings, so you can toast 2 things at the same time, and then it also has a removable crumb tray. Let's maybe not open it over the floor. All right, take a peek over here. We're gonna move it. Here we go. So here's that drawer. Empty. We can put it right back in. Oh, it just dropped from some floor. Next, I got this pink adjustable strainer, and what's really cool about it is you can just put it on your sink and make it fit whatever size you got. This is great for draining pasta, draining beans, washing fruit, all that kinds of stuff. This is perfect for that. And yes, I have used it and I'm happy with it. Also, if you've ever used a strainer where you have to stand it up in the sink, this is an upgrade because there's no like falling over and dropping food or having to put your hand down there and burning yourself. My aunt is actually a chef, so I asked her, is it worth it to actually go to a professional knife sharpener and pay them to sharpen my knives? Or can I just get an electric knife sharpener and do it myself at home and end up saving money over the years? And she actually recommended an electric knife sharpener, and she specifically recommended one from Chef's Choice. You want to sharpen your knives, I believe it's either once or twice per year. And by this, I'm talking more on a professional level, not the honing rod level that I showed you earlier. That's more of like on a daily basis. If you need your knives a little bit sharpened, you can go ahead and use the honing rod, but once or twice a year, I can't remember which one it is, I'll put it on the screen, you're going to want to get your knives professionally sharpened. So you can either use an electric knife sharpener or go to a professional knife sharpener and pay them to do it for you. The reason why you want to do this is if your knives get dull, you actually have a higher chance of cutting yourself and doing real damage. So you want to keep your knives sharp. I got these 2 baking sheets. I mean, I'm obviously only showing one, but I got a second one. These baking sheets from Nordic Ware. They are aluminum material, and I really love these for roasting vegetables, cooking meats, especially frozen meats, and baking cookies. Speaking of baking, parchment paper, non-stick. I might want to eventually get some silicone baking sheets, but temporarily I'm using this parchment paper. It's really great to use something in your baking sheet because that will allow it to last longer, otherwise it ends up getting ugly pretty quickly. Also, I got these vintage Pyrex mixing bowls off of Mercari, which is a resale app. Don't you just love this pattern? Isn't it gorgeous? We gotta get a close-up of this one too. Why am I so into like retro flowers? I don't know. Another really great baking tool is a hand mixer. So I got this white one from Hamilton Beach. It comes with this little storage plastic container. It would be great if it wasn't plastic, but what can you do? The cord fits in here, and then we've also got 1 whisk and 2 normal beaters. If you're curious, it does have this opening for the cord to come out, and it has 6 speeds. I've really been loving these. These are my silicone oven mitts, this gorgeous pink color. It is from Gorilla something brand. Kind of has a cool honeycomb pattern / texture on different parts of it. I got the shorter length that they have, which I think is just more of a regular length, and it's got this white quilted material on the inside. And how could we forget about measuring cups and measuring spoons? These are all stainless steel and magnetic, but they have colored silicone ends. These are really helpful with differentiating which is the half cup, which is the 1 cup. What's the 1 teaspoon versus the 1 tablespoon? And this set actually even comes with an 1/8 cup, which is really helpful because some recipes do call for an 1/8 cup of something, and in the past I've just had to either convert it or kind of eyeball in my 4th cup. These store super nicely. And in terms of the measuring spoons, you actually could, if you wanted to, measure wet ingredients on one side and dry on the other. The spoons even come with a leveler. I don't know if I'm actually going to use this. Usually I just use my finger, but if you are really, really precise when you measure ingredients, then this is great for you. Now, if you want, you can also get a measuring spoon that's like this. It's really great for seeing the difference between different measurements. So for example, this is a teaspoon and this is a tablespoon. Also, it is more affordable because it's sort of an all-in-one. So I just wanted to mention that. Have you ever had that experience where you were trying to open a can and you're like, do I need to wash my hands and then dry them harder? Do I need to use a towel? Do I need to whack the lid? And everything you do just ends in the same result, nothing. Not with the rubber gripper. Definitely get one of these. They're very cheap and they will save you a lot of pain and red marks on your hands. Now this I wouldn't say is an essential, but I do have it, so I just figured I would show you. It is a, what do you call it? A place to put your spoon. I'm not sure what it's called. I actually made this at Color Me Mine, so they already had the ceramic piece there for me with the texture, and then I just painted over it and, you know, do this little carrot. So when I'm cooking, I can just have this on the counter, stir something in the pot, and then put the spoon, spatula, whatever, ladle in this, and then I can put this in the sink and wash this instead of having to clean the counter off. Man, I don't know what it is, but I'm so thirsty. Remember those cute pink silicone utensils? Well, it actually also came with this, which is plastic, not silicone, and it's actually an egg white separator. I've never used one of these, but I just figured I'd keep it. I also got this white silicone / stainless steel set. It comes with more than just these 2 things. I just grabbed these 2. These utensils are a little bit more niche, so like a pizza cutter, a grater. We've also got an ice cube. We've also got an ice cream scooper, not a cube scooper. You might actually end up needing one of these niche tools, so I definitely would recommend getting a set like this. Side note, if you ever need a mirror, remember how we were talking about how hard it was to get jars open? Well, what about cans? I give you an electric can opener. Woo! I actually grew up using one of these. My parents have always used one of these. They are a little bit on the expensive side. They're like $30-ish, but they save you a lot of hassle, so I would recommend an electric can opener. This one is from Amazon. It had a ton of colors, but I decided to get this really pretty, I don't know, what's it called? Turquoise? It's like a greeny blue. If you've never used one of these, what you do is you take a can, you sort of hook it on the can, and then you actually press this button. It will go around the can and break it open with this blade right here. And then when it's done, you push the button again, so you have to kind of watch it. Once it goes over where it started, then you press that, it goes back, then you can take it off, and the lid comes right off. Definitely recommend, absolutely 100% get one of these. Next, I got this pair of ice cube trays. You can use these for so many things. I use them to make ice cubes, but also you can freeze things like lemon juice, lime juice, pesto, chimichurri sauce, and then whenever you need it to cook, you can just take it right out, put it in the microwave or put it in your pot or whatever, and it's good to go. I also really love using these for popsicles. I have a super simple, easy popsicle recipe, really nutrient dense, minimal ingredients. I will actually link that in the description or put it on the screen. We'll see. These are really cool because they are stackable. We have this gorgeous mint green color and then this really nice blue. This one I actually have frozen ice cubes in. This one's empty. I'm saving it for when I get my lemon and lime juice squeezed and, you know, make some other things that I want to put in here. But they also have lids, which is great for stacking too, and they are silicone. If you've never used ice cube trays for anything other than making ice cubes, whew, you're in for a treat, let me tell you. Also, not an essential, but on the topic of popsicles, I do have these molds that I've just had for years, so. Next, we've got some food storage containers, and I know I look like a liar because they're glass. Let me explain. I did a lot of research for the materials and everything that I bought to make sure that they would last a long time, that they were good quality, that they were really great for what I was going to actually use them for. And what I found through my research is that glass is just the best food storage material that there is. You really can't beat glass. So what I did was I said, you know what? I will go with glass, but I want some silicone on the glass to hopefully add that extra level of protection so that I will not cut myself and go to the ER. So I got this set from Elo Duraglass, and there are 2 other containers that go with this. They're just full of food and in the fridge right now. They each come with a lid, so they're really easy to stack, and I love that they are transparent as well because then you can actually see what's in them. And something else is I love how easy these lids snap on and off. See how easy that was? I really, really love these, and I love that there's a variety of sizes as well. And of course, if you cook, you need some food storage containers, so I highly recommend getting some glass ones. Just be careful when you handle them. Other food storage container options, I've got some silicone Ziploc bags, which I got for free at the Food and Nutrition Conference and Expo last year in Orlando, Florida. I even got this collapsible food storage container. Take the lid off, put it out like this, put the lid on, and then I'm gonna pull this out, push it in to try to get as much air out as possible, and then push this down. There we go. Of course, the only thing with this is you have to look in the top to see what's in it, but this is better for like taking on the go. That's usually what I use it for. Just wanted to show you another option. Ziploc bags, they work too. They're just not as environmentally friendly. I do have some Ziploc bags. If you're in a place where you can't afford something that's a little bit more expensive, like the glass storage containers or even the silicone ones, then Ziploc bags might be a good option for you. Now I have a question for you. After you've cooked something and there are some remains, where do you put them? Once you have emptied the beans out of a can, where does the can go? If you've already broken down a box, where does that box go? A bin. That is right, I am showing you my amazing trash cans. One of them I use for trash, one of them I use for recyclables. They are both pedal trash cans, so totally pet safe. It's a really gorgeous almond color with bins that you can actually just take out and then put back in when you're done. I believe the trash can size is 13 gallons, 8 gallons. I'll put it here. It's really great for one person. I just have to empty them once per week, and then I'm good for the whole next week. I hope you learned about a new kitchen gadget today that you didn't even know existed, or even just that maybe you were inspired to buy one of these things that is going to make your life a lot easier. Cooking doesn't have to be hard, it can be easy and fun, and that's something that I hope you take away today. If you want to see the big haul of everything I got at the last National Nutrition Conference, things like this all-in-one measuring spoon, then make sure to check out my Everything I Got at the Fancy Expo Haul video next. My name is Monique, and thank you for watching. To go along with that, I got this. Well, I may have to take a B-roll. Or can I just get... Oh yeah, a spoon rester.